Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Beastframe, and I would proudly like to announce that I have finally arisen from the dead, and I'm back in the game, back again to narrate some more Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles for you guys. But before I start, I'd just like to say a huge thank you for everyone who sent me a Skype message on my birthday a few weeks ago, telling me happy birthday. I really appreciate that. I logged on my Skype the other day and saw all those messages. I couldn't respond to all of them, but hey, I really do appreciate it. It made me feel happy inside my heart. So yeah, either way, this is a match against someone by the name of Brent on my 3DS friends list. And he was using Ubers, but to be honest, I could not care less because Ubers are kind of cool, and I just wanted to see how my team stood up against it because I honestly couldn't tell how good my team was. I mean, it's probably not like super good, but still, this was a fun match either way. Now, I'm gonna lead off with my Fortress, just set up some spikes, and it seems like this guy's leading off with a Dragon type Arceus because judging from those colors on his little things around him, I don't know how to describe it, but judging by that color, it could not be poison because otherwise the judgment would not have affected me. But yeah, I'm thinking it's a Dragon type one, and I've been describing that Arceus for like half a minute already, which is kind of stupid, but I'm just gonna go straight for the Volt Switch, and I survive a fourth or third judgment from that Arceus with 5 HP, which is crazy. I did not expect that at all. But I'm gonna set in my Blastoise, Mega Evolve, and annihilate this thing with the Dragon Pulse, or so I thought. I mean, Dragon Pulse will still do quite a lot, but I thought it would do a little bit more. I guess I was kind of overestimating this this Blastoise right here, but again, I haven't really put a lot of special attack EVs on this thing, so I guess that was still a really good amount. Now, he's gonna switch out of there into his Mewtwo, I think, and this, or actually Xerneas, what am I saying? Xerneas can take a Dragon Pulse, so that was kind of a logical play on his part. I mean, I don't think this game is logical anymore. I mean, this Pokemon has never been logical, but it's been more illogical after Gen 6 came out, because somehow fairies can resist like huge meteors coming down from the sky or pulse waves coming out of cannons from Blastoise, if that even makes any sense. But this guy's gonna go for Horn Leech, which I didn't really expect at all. I mean, I haven't really played Ubers, so that kind of explains it, but still, Horn Leech, I don't know. I just haven't played Ubers enough to understand, I guess. But I'm gonna switch out of there into my Entei, and ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Entei got Sacred Fire in Gen 6. That's right, Sacred Fire, the signature move of Ho-Oh, and oh my lord, it is incredibly good. I mean, look at this. I'm just gonna go straight for the Sacred Fire right here, and guess what? That's gonna completely annihilate the Xerneas right here. Oh my lord, it's made Entei so much more usable and so much more viable in Generation 6. And you know what? It's even got a 50% burn rate, which is incredible. I mean, you've got so many more opportunities for movesets on Entei now that it's got Sacred Fire. But again, the only drawback is that it's only base 95 accuracy, and once you miss, it can really hurt because it can hit you back really hard. So yeah, you gotta be careful, but at the same time, you'll hit 19 out of 20 times, so it's still a really reliable move nonetheless. I mean, you don't get any recoil damage either way. Now, I was assuming this guy was, or this Mewtwo right here was his Mega Evolution, because that was really the only logical thing to be a Mega Evolution on his team. And he's just gonna go straight for the Side Strike, take my Fortress out of there, because I was at 5 HP obviously. And I'm gonna set up my Terrakion, and I knew this thing wasn't that boxing Mewtwo, so it wasn't part fighting type, so I could just go straight for the X Scissor and hopefully take it out of there. But somehow he survives, and I was like, whoa, this Mewtwo is kind of cool. I mean, it takes an X Scissor from Choice Scarf, Adamant, Terrakion. I think it's Adamant actually. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna send an Entei, go straight for the Extreme Speed because I have it, and it will take down his Mewtwo because he's at such low HP. So his Mewtwo has got 0% of surviving, and this is only the beginning of the annihilation that Entei makes on my opponent's team. I mean, Entei was probably the MVP on my side at least, but yeah. In comes this Rayquaza, and I was like, oh my lord, what am I gonna do against this Rayquaza? The only thing I have on my team that can take it on is my Blastoise, But my Blastoise is at such low HP, so what am I gonna do? Now he goes for Fly, and I'm like, what in the world? Fly? Okay, that's kind of cool, but it's gonna take down my Blastoise. So I was like, no, I don't want that. I want my Blastoise to survive. But again, I was at such low HP anyway. So I'm gonna send him my Salamence, but my Salamence is like a really weird Salamence, and it doesn't even have Dragon type moves, but it's not gonna even matter because he's just gonna take me down with the Dragon Pulse. So I don't know, I kinda did that for nothing because it turns out that he's a mixed attacker of some sort because he takes me down with a special move. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do right here? Although I go for the substitute with my Heliolisk, and I was like, okay, this thing, I can't really do much against this thing because he resists my Thunderbolts, but I completely forgot that he was part flying. And I'm just gonna go straight for the Thunderbolt, realizing that he was part flying, and I could have done that before to get some residual damage on this thing before I went down. But fortunately for me, because of the leftovers that I have, I will actually be able to take a second Extreme Speed from this Rayquaza, which I did not expect at all because of this thing's poor defenses, but somehow I survive, go for the Thunderbolt, and it does quite a lot of damage, puts it in a range for me to send an Entei and go for the Extreme Speed and take that thing down. So things are kinda looking okay, I guess, but I've only really got Entei left to rely on because of his good moves and stuff, but I'm gonna send an Entei, take him down with the Extreme Speed, and God Lord, thankfully I was able to bring down his Rayquaza. I had to use 4 Pokemon to take down one. I had to use Blasters for fodder, Salamence for useless Intimidate. Well, actually it wasn't that useless because it made me survive the Extreme Speed, but I had to use Heliolisk for some damage, and then Entei to take him down with Extreme Speed. So I was like, okay, I have to bank on this Entei to win, otherwise I'm going down. So in comes this Deoxys attack for him. He has no chance at all to survive because of his very, very bad defenses. So I was like, okay, Extreme Speed right away, done. Go down, Deoxys, adios. That's the third Pokemon I've taken now with Entei, which is kind of crazy. Against an Uber team, and this thing was like NU or PU or RU, not PU, but maybe RU in Generation 5. And this thing just wrecks shit in Generation 6. So I was like, oh my god, I have to use this thing in like a Sun team later on. But yeah, in comes this Kyurem right here, Black Kyurem, and unfortunately, he will take me down with the Dragon Pulse, so that's kind of bad. It was a really good game, Brent, really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and be sure to leave a like rating if you want more, and I shall see you guys later. Peace!